Welcome you all in geological knowledge. So in the series of discussion of some base metals or some other Indian deposits, today we will discuss the detailed profile of key minerals of Andhra Pradesh. And after studying or discussing this video, we will come to know about the base metals like copper, lead and zinc, especially in the Andhra Pradesh state. And the significance of this discussion is that it's very important for you to understand the localities or the places where the base metals like copper, lead and zinc, which are the source of attraction or the uh, purpose of our discussion is to understand their base metals and how to know the reason from where they are being mined, and they are important for the objective purpose as well as for the descriptive purpose. So in geology related exams like GSI, GATE, NET or other geology related exam, it's important. But for the state PCS exam or the state PSC like APPSC or the other uh, state exams BSCs, it's also important for their exams. Okay, so let's start our discussion. So under the base metals, what are the base metals? So base metals are copper, lead, zinc. They are described together because of their close association. Okay, copper, lead, zinc, these three base metals are correlatable because they occur together. Okay, and is the close association with each other. Okay, so that is the three important base metals, and we will discuss them, their mineralogy, their ores, and their distribution, especially in the Andhra Pradesh state. So the principal ores of copper, firstly we will talk about the copper. So principal ores of copper, they are basically sulfides, carbonates and the oxides. Okay, and their formula as well as their name is very important in any exam related to geography or the geology. It's very important to understand their name as well as their chemical formula. Okay, because that is important. Okay, for the objective purpose. So first and very important is the chalcopyrite, CuFeS2, chalcocite, Cu2S, and bornite, Cu5FeS4, covellite, that is CuS. Okay, copper sulfide, and native copper is copper. Malachite is CuCO3 and CuOH whole twice, that is malachite. As well as if we talk about azurite, that is 2CuCO3 CuOH whole twice. Okay, so malachite and azurite are very important, and their chemical formula resembles like, but the molecular weight, sorry, their valency is different. And another important is cuprite, Cu2O. Okay, so this was about the copper and their ores. Okay, and next one is lead. What about lead? So lead is very soft and heavy metal which is malleable and resistant to acid, and is widely used as storage batteries. The most important use of lead is in the storage batteries, cables, sanitary fitting, chemical plants, as well as making alloys and the paints. So most significant utility of lead is in the storage batteries. And lead is very closely associated with zinc as well as silver. And if we talk about the important ores of lead, so they are galena, we all are aware with that, galena, that is lead sulfide, PbS, cerussite, that is the carbonate mineral of lead, PbCO3. And it's very important to understand the composition of the ore. Okay, because in the objective type exams there are given four statements, four options, and you have to tell the which one is not the ore of this particular metal. Okay, so it's important. Or it can be asked in another language, that what is the carbonate mineral of lead? So that is cerussite. So it's important to know both the things, their name as well as their composition. And another sulfate of lead is, that is anglesite, PbSO4. And of these three, means sulfide, carbonate and sulfate, galena is very common in all of them. And if we talk about the important zinc minerals, so they are basically sulfide, that is ferrite, zinc sulfide. And the carbonate mineral of zinc is smithsonite, ZnCO3. And the oxide mineral of zinc is zincite. So I am repeatedly saying that you have to understand both the things, name as well as their type and as well as the formula. Okay, suppose that it's asked that the carbonate mineral of lead, sorry, carbonate mineral of zinc, or the oxide of zinc, or the sulfide of zinc. So it can be asked in any language, but if you know the formula as well as their composition, it's very easy to decipher their names as well as their composition. And if we talk about their utility or the significance in industries, so it's usually used in making brass alloys. Okay, collapsible soft tubes and pigments, and for soldering and coating purposes. So for the soldering and the coating purposes, these are the very important uses of zinc, as well as the making the brass alloys. So brass alloys making, soldering, and for the coating purpose, these are three basic and very important significant uses of zinc. Now we will discuss about their occurrence in state. Okay, so copper, lead, zinc mineralization in Andhra Pradesh is associated with mainly basically with the Archean metamorphics and the Proterozoic Kumbum formation of Kadapa supergroup. So this country rock where they are being mined, that is very important, that the Archean metamorphics and the Proterozoic Kumbum formation of Kadapa supergroup, that is very important to understand. And if we talk about their minerals or the base metals which are being mined in the state, as many as 70 base metals occurrences are known, but a majority of the confined to Agnigundala, Jangam Raju Palle, okay, Varikunta, and Ganikalv, and Malaram belt. Okay, so these four belts are very important. Now we will discuss in detail that where they are distributed and what are their type areas, what are their ores, and what are their distribution. So first one is Kadapa district. So in the 550-kilometer long north-south trending Jangam Raju Palle Vaikunta belt in the south central part of Kadapa Basin. Okay, so you have to keep in mind the Kadapa Basin map, from where you will, it will be easy for you to understand the localities as well their location in the Kadapa Basin. So Jangam Raju Palle and Jangam Raju Palle Vaikuntha in the south central part of Kadapa Basin. Lead zinc mineralization is associated with copper. Okay, so lead zinc mineralization is uh, that is associated with the copper and is found in several localities, okay, such as Jangam Raju Palle, Golapalle, or the Karedu Kupa, Chinnaram Padu, okay, Gadgeru Bodu, or the Gola Bhavi. Okay, so these are some localities. Okay, so all these localities are some other also there. Ankireddy, Ankireddy Bhavi, or the Ambavaram, or the uh, Nagasan Palle, and Kothiru, or the Holeru Kunda. So these are the localities, but only 2-3 localities are important for the exam perspective, and other ones are only for your naming. Your name should be known to you because of the matching purpose, that is important in objective type exams. Okay. So these are the regional names, so pronunciation may vary. Okay, so sorry for that, and just manage with the pronunciation, it may vary from place to place. And if we talk about the mineralization, so mineralization is found within the dolomite intercalations and brecciated dolomite. So the source rock or the host rock, that is very important to remember, that where the mineralization is occurring in which type of rock. So that is the dolomite, intercalated and brecciated dolomite, which is enclosed within the uh, 10 degrees east of north to 10 degrees west of south to the 25 degrees west of north to 25 degrees east of south. So that trend is also important, and basically in the Kumbum slate, so that is the formation in the Kadapa supergroup Kumbum formation, there they are locating. And if we talk about the Jangam Raju Palle deposit, so that is the most prominent of this belt. So Jangam Raju Palle deposit is the most prominent. And if we talk about the mineralization, is in the form of galena and sphalerite, means the sulfide ore of lead as well as the zinc, with subordinate pyrite and chalcopyrite, occurs as cavity fillings and breccias fillings. Okay, so the minerals, the ore minerals, they are the sulfides, pyrites, and chalcopyrite, and they occur as cavity fillings, and breccias filling occur with a length of about 2 kilometers. And if we talk about the width of the mineralization zone, that varies from a few centimeters to 3.3 meters. Okay, and next very important deposit, that is the Golapalle deposit, that is located close to the Jangam Raju Palle deposit, consists of 3 blocks. Okay, and they are very important 3 blocks. Lead zinc mineralization, that is found at the brecciated contact of dolomitic limestone with carbonaceous phyllite over a cumulative strike length of 3.3 km. So the source rock, the host rock, is brecciated contact dolomitic limestone with the carbonaceous phyllite. Okay, over a cumulative strike of 3.3 kilometers. And if we talk about Guntur district, so the Agnigundala copper belt, Agnigundala deposit or the Agnigundala belt is very important in Guntur district, which hosts important base metals deposits which are situated near Vinukonda in northeast of Kadapa basin. Okay, Vinukonda in the northeast of Kadapa basin. Important locality is that. And about 30 occurrences of copper, lead as well as zinc are located in 50-kilometer long belt, and the occurrences are localized in the Kumbum formation and consisting of calcareous quartzite and dolomites. Okay, so that is important to remember, the source rock, that is the calcareous quartzite as well as the dolomites. And the important occurrences, if we talk about the important localities which are very important to locate, okay, they are the Bandlam Pottu, Nallakonda district, and Dhukonda district, or the Korampundi district, Bummiti, Dovarim, Pedda Konda district, and the Kandrika and the Malapadu. So these localities or the districts are very important, but only 3 are the important ones, the first 3. Okay, they are the important one. And if we talk about the Bandlam Pottu district, okay, Bandlam Pottu district, the copper lead mineralization which is associated with the upper dolomite or the dolomitic limestone. Okay, so the source rock or the host rock is the upper dolomite or the dolomitic limestone, could be established over a strike length of about 1200 meter, with load ranging in width from the 1 meter to 11 meter. Okay, so source rock is important to remember, that is the uh, upper dolomitic limestone. And in the Nallakonda deposit, the copper mineralization is basically localized in the coarse grained calcareous quartzite. What is the source rock? Coarse grained calcareous quartzite, which is found as intercalations within the chlorite phylitic argillite. Chlorite phyllite argillite. Okay. And if we talk about Dhukonda district or the Dhukonda deposit, so copper lead mineralization is associated with the quartzite and dolomite was established over a cumulative strike of length of 2 km. The cumulative strike length of 2 km, and the host rock being the quartzite as well as the quartzite and dolomite. And if we talk about Kurnool district, so the well known east of northeast to west of southwest trending. Okay, so trend is east of northeast to the west of southwest trend, and the important localities they occur along the Gani Kalwa fault. Okay, in Kurnool district there is Gani Kalwa fault, which hosts the sporadic base metals and specular hematite mineralization in the district. Okay, so Gani Kalwa fault, which hosts the sporadic base metal with specular hematite mineralization in the district. Okay, so that is, remember, that is important to remember, the hematite mineralization occurs in the Gani Kalwa fault. And if we talk about the Gani area, so mineralization is with the quartz veins that were emplaced along an anaclon fracture in the Talpatri shale belonging to the Chitravati group. Okay, so that quartz vein which were emplaced along an anaclon fracture in the Talpatri shale which belongs to the Chitravati group. And not, and the last one, that is the Prakasam district. Okay, so Gajlakunda district, in Gajlakunda district, the chalcopyrite as well as pyrite with malachite and azurite occurs with barytes veins. Okay, barytes veins in chlorite, phyllite, and dolomite of the Kumbum formation. Okay, so the sulfide minerals of copper, that is chalcopyrite and pyrite with malachite as well as azurite, which occur in barytes veins in chlorite, phyllite, and dolomite of the Kumbum formation. So that is the host rock as well as the Kumbum formation. Okay, of the Kadapa Shopar group. And if we talk about the Nellore district, so sporadic occurrences of the malachite, pyrite, and chalcopyrite associated with quartz veins and pegmatites in mica schist as well as amphibolites of the Dharwad supergroup. They are reported as several localities. So in Nellore district, if we talk about, so source rock being the quartz veins and pegmatites in mica schist and amphiboles of the Dharwad supergroup. And if we talk about the ore minerals, they are malachite, pyrite as well as chalcopyrite. So this was our today's discussion about the base metals lead, zinc and copper. So for the exam perspective related to geology, it's important to remember the localities as well as their stratigraphy, that in which formation or in which group the base metals are located. Okay, thank you.